Hello everybody and welcome to part 39 of my God King Boudicca series. I want to thank you guys for joining me, continuing to join me on this very enjoyable series. On that note, I have an announcement to make, I suppose you could say. Basically, as you guys know, the later you go in the game, the further you kind of gotta look ahead to make sure you don't, make mistakes, throw one game away, stuff like that. So what I've decided, even though we're not quite there yet, is that I want planes. I really enjoy the plane aspect of the game, and we don't need planes, but if we had it, as you know, we have military stationed here and here, in other words, away from our primary home. So we're a little light in the home defense. If we had planes, we could rectify that. If we had planes, we could totally like decimate her military and then just have our way with her if we wanted to. We could definitely reignite this war with increased ease. Um, Even at some point, we could attack the Inca because they've been biding their time. They should probably got something of a military and hate all of our warmongering. So planes would help with all of that, which means I probably will settle a city down here. My only reservation down here was that lack of production, but with the oil showing up here, once we improve it, that'll be two good sources of production. Maybe three. So it should be fine. And if we are going to go back to selling more cities, I like coming up here and here as well. I've considered, I think I like them. They both horse cities, so they'd be able to manage. But this does mean we're almost required to go into tradition here just to get more happiness. Because happiness is holding really well, and we're doing a good job of managing local happiness. But we're just going to change when we take Palanquette, obviously. And if we have planes, who knows? We might even accomplish a domination victory before we can pull off a cultural victory. So, oh, and then because of the speech, I had forgotten that there was an error we need to address. I had sent the caravan we just built to Penzance to send to our house, but I want to park this over at Brest um, as a placeholder so that once we let me just take a look at this real quick. I should double check this while we're on camera here. This one needs to be reinstated, so that's not an option. The next one's going to be 18 turns away, and I don't think it's going to take us 18 turns to sink that city. It is proving to be a longer haul than I anticipated. They armored up very well, but nevertheless, now we have this thing over here acting as a reminder that we want to have a caravan going to Pakal as soon as the war is over. Alright, so if we were to upgrade this to cavalry, obviously the cover translates directly. However, the city's on a hill, and right now we're using them to help. So I'm going to take that promotion there. The Keshik was given to us, so we don't even have to treat that as like a real uh, unit. Um, this might be something that just keeps happening. We grow to 3, we lose the majority, we burn it down to 2, we regain the majority. If we do get planes and then we start attacking a city, we can finally burn this thing to the ground. But getting ahead of myself. All right, he's going to start a farm there. And this also means that we need to be a little careful with city management, a little more careful with city management, simply because it's going to take some time to get oil online. So we might have time to like go into fertilizer ahead of flight, which means cities are going to start growing pretty nutty like, and we have to have preparations made for all of that. Okay, Cernifron has flipped, so we'll go ahead and give them a mosque. So now everybody has mosques again, and we can see here that next turn we'll be able to buy a pagoda. Let's go check on Aberdeen. Aberdeen hits 3 pop next turn, so that's a nice piece of timing right there. Aluminum's getting all coming back and stuff. Let's see. We can sell off 2 packs of 3 easy. So we'll go to him. And he wants some more, so we'll go to him again. So there's that. Alright. Check on everybody. Looks like chop in a farm. There's the chop. That's not particularly useful to us. Peel will grow here in 2 turns, so that's what the worker will do next. And farm here. Belfast grows to there in 3. We move here, it says 2. We wait a turn, it says 1, and then we get it and start. So yeah, loss of 1 turn there. This does mean that when we get workers free, we should start uh, coming over here, maybe even pre-building a road. Um, Obviously, we've got some time, so there's that. Speaking of which, 5 and 7, 5 and 7. All right, this is fine. Well, no, this picks up gold as well, so yeah, let's do that. And then once we have fertilizer, we'll mean for food here. We kind of want this to grow because one of the things I looked up and found out to my disappointment is that this policy here, it literally checks on a city by city basis. So it says per 10 in a city, and you come here and it says, oh, we have 230 in cities, right? So that should be 23 happiness. No, unfortunately, it'll be 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. If this hits 20 pop, then 2. But it's not so bad because we do have Kaylee Hall, so we're pretty much guaranteed to hit 10 pop on every single city. So that's plus 1 happiness per city we have, and we have a lot of cities. So, anyways, I just wanted to mention that. Alright, so Aberystwyth and Limerick, neither of these are new cities, so we can just proceed, ignoring the archaeological paradigm we're amid these days. So Limerick is finished with the Colosseum. That means we should get on a workshop to finish. I've been trying to favor workshops over aqueducts. The aqueduct times up nicely here, but without specialist slots to sink it into. That's the mistake we made in Ren, building the aqueduct first. Especially with fertilizer on the horizon, we need cities that don't have specialist slots to get one. And you could also say that that's an increase in priority because Statue of Liberty is coming up. Alright, Aberystwyth is finished with Bank. So let's see here. We want to get into a university, but being... Wow. This city really wants to grow tall, 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 doesn't it? Alright. So maybe we invest in a watermill here. Could go granary, but it's only 2 food. The granary comes online a turn sooner, is 1 less maintenance, and is 1 less yield. So maybe the granary is the way to go. Because we still have a food tile here, and then we can build a university right after that. I mean, not a university, factory. Specialist slots is what I'm getting at. So yeah, let's get this granary up, and then we'll go into factory there. And then they can join into the archaeology games. Hey, there's a war going on. Did you guys know that? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if nobody gets in our turn way next turn, we can land here, step upgrade. So that'll be really good. We're going to upgrade here. Well, that's the other thing I forgot to mention at the end of the last part. I realized we had a lump sum of gold, so I wanted to come over here and at least get these guys upgraded. So there's that. Right now our money is going to be reserved for a hydro plant here and a research lab in the capital. So that might be all the money we're done spending for the time being. Obviously we'll get this guy into a cannon. That's the only reason we took chemistry. Alright, so we got a missionary here, and unfortunately he is in rough. So we cannot just steal him and come right back, and I'm committed to keeping this city encircled. So we will do this, and now we'll put all of our shots in. He's getting closer and closer to being able to double tap. This guy will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's only doing 4 damage. That's insane. Alright. Well, if this guy's here, I'm assuming this guy's on his way back. I actually forgot which way he was traveling, but I think he's on his way back. So we'll come over here, take a peek up there next. And this guy's going to start doing that. He's going to start doing this. And we'll say, wait. Dance. Alright. Hey, look at that. We finally get through. So that's good. He's got to wait 1 more turn there. Alright. So these guys are trying to get through, it looks like. Let's make life hard on them by backing up to here. They can probably go around and hop in the water and all that good stuff, but like I said, let's just make it difficult for them. Alright, so we'll pass a turn here. No, sir. I mean, I guess it's kind of worth considering, but we're taking all this time to do Palanquin, and I don't mind that it's taking a while because we're getting some people that only had range, their double tap, and people that didn't have double tap, their double tap. So, alright, Great Raider has been born. Lots going on here, so let's get to it. Happiness is holding very well, you gotta admit. Okay, so let's see here. We are 3 pop. Let's go ahead and draw this tile. Granary is about to come online. Of course, if we get chemistry or fertilizer, then granary might have even been a bit of a mistake in the city at this time. But I didn't know at the time we were going to be doing that. So the city goes to 3 pop. We'll get food on the sheep tile as well with fertilizer, so even these new cities will go a little nutty. Which is only unfortunate because we don't have horses in these cities, so it'll make it a little harder for them to pay for themselves. Alright, in this city, we could pump the brinks all together by continuing to work this good production tile, or we can do like we did in Limerick, get one good food tile going, and then lock this in, and then we'll have more food per turn overall. Speaking of Limerick, I kind of want to keep an eye on them. The turn before they grow, we can switch to a different tile to grow into that same tile. If we happen to notice, it's not that important. That's not that important. Swansea grows. I don't know that the faith is all that important right now. You know? Oh, speaking of faith, we can buy a faith building. And usually that's one of the first things to pop up, so I'm not sure why it didn't pop up here, but we'll go ahead and... Oh, probably because... we were not past the 500 threshold, so I'm not sure why it didn't, but at least we caught it. So there's that. I have, ever since the whole 500, 600 thing began, I have kind of been looking up here per every turn, more or less. Alright, so let's go into this city and move from here to here so that Penzance can have this tile back. It's a river tile, and now we'll go ahead and buy the hydro plant. Let's see, we've got 17 base. There's the hydro plant. And now we have 25 base, so that's about a 50% increase in production. Knocks 2 turns off of this. Unfortunately, once this comes up and we have specialist slots, we're going to have to pull off the river a little bit. But we can, we've already built a granary here. We could build a watermill and then into a factory to just keep that going. Although bank next would actually make more sense. Maybe watermill to get the growth going, then bank. We shall see. I don't want to sleep on the gold at any point in time. Let's see here. In fact, it looks right here like it's going to be very close getting a research lab. Although we are going to have a great artist in 2 turns, so that golden age will be pretty monstrous as far as how much gold we get. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and make this great work.
But I don't want to go among my people.
That it matters where we put that art, or writing. Amphitheaters. Aberystwyth has got all the tiles we would need for them to get, so same with Cork. So there's no point in moving that writing anywhere specific, I don't believe. Alright, so we'll come over to workers. Looks like there's a lot of them finishing up. More iron. Iron everywhere. Hey, look at that. Berlin has nobody to give to that tile. But they grow in 3 turns, so we'll do that. Alright, finish another farm. That'll come handy come time for fertilizer. Alright, multiple chops finishing up. 1 mine and 1 farm. More iron. Wow. Iron everywhere. Okay, and we're working that tile. Alright. So, excuse me. Swansea, Ramsey. Okay, none of these are new cities, so we can just tend to them. Swansea's finished with the circus, already at 7 pop. 0 in Coliseum. Coliseum is finished in Ramsey. So we should get on to a workshop. 12 turns to finish. So this city really could use another production tile. But there's none available to it, huh? We could pluck this for ourselves here. So let's do that. And then workshop. Hang on a second. I did want to see one thing though. Inverness loses that. Grows in 17 though, and we'll have a workshop before then. So yeah, the fact that this hill now belongs to Ramsey actually makes sense. Alright. Monument's finished, so we'll just sell it off. And we'll say build a monument. Shrine is done in Cernifron. If it weren't for fertilizer, a granary here would make a lot of sense. And let's see, we have good production tiles available that we can break on. Well, at least one. Is one enough, though? This mine is complete. This city needs this one. There's another hill over here we could get to eventually. So... And then we also have to be careful because... of what I was saying before, that there's no horses over here. But more to the point, not only is there no horses over here, but these cities are very close together, so it would be hard to grow on the tall side here. So I think we would skip a granary here on that factor alone. A lot of water, a lot of congested tile, a lot of mountains. So this city is just not capable of going tall the same way. So we could go into a library. It would be slightly premature. But fertilizer is coming, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. We'll probably do fertilizer after plastics, and then on into planes. What is that even called? Flight? Yeah, flight. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, I like that. Alright. So I'll tell you what, let's not even have this guy go back to this hill. Let's have a cannon take the hill. The cannon's going to be more fragile. And here, if we come across here, we can actually step, shoot, same turn. Gets him back in the action a little bit quicker. So I don't know where this guy is going, but maybe Sidon can represent. We'll do a little pillaging here and repair, as per usual. It's nice that we're maintaining our option to do 2 pillages in 1 turn. And this city is extremely tanky. But we'll do what we can. Okay, Galeas is out. That's going to be tough, because if the Galeas comes over here to antagonize, we have no place to rest out. Well, yeah, we could just give up our scouting over there. Wait. Okay, he comes there, so he comes back. This is going to the Inca, so we need to put it back over there. Hey, Ollantaytambo opens up as an option. A little bit further away, and we bring back some competing religious pressure, but we are nuts in the pressure department, so yeah, 102 versus 18 now with the deployment of the trade route. So yeah, I think that's fine. If he still has not flipped, look at that. Whew. Even with Aberdeen down to increase the pressure. It would be nice if these cities would flip already. Okay, fortify, fortify. Did I take care of everything in the war? Feels like I jumped ahead, but apparently not, so okay, yeah. Come up there. Wait. Dance. Yep, he had to jump in the water. So sorry. Not really. Okay, just keeping eyes on everything there. Finish with the road here, so let's come down here, do the road so that we actually get happiness. Our city connections going here. He's going to come over here. We'll go there to occupy the tile. I know once this becomes in our borders, he can't dance there, but we'll keep an eye on him and we'll redance to here, because I would like to think... No? Okay. Well, yeah, because when archaeologists get over there, they're going to want to actually be able to occupy that tile. So, 1, 2, 2. In fact, now that I think about it, we should actually probably prioritize. I know we were saying do this one and this one to get out of the workers' way. But our workers are kind of busy right now. It's going to take them time to get back over here. Whereas here and here are right on her borders. They could grow to it at any time, and it's going to be a while before we're back at war with them. I'd like to have planes, at least a couple planes built up, ready to start going nuts. 2, 4, 6. Alright, I gotta be careful. I need to be telling him to wait after I pillage. I don't want to get into a situation where I think it's a fresh command, and then I pillage again, make them so healthy, and then they start shooting other people. Alright, so that guy took damage. So I'm guessing the trebuchet we saw in Tikal a couple turns ago is up on a hill, like right above the sugar there, here, because he just took some damage. But hopefully we'll be able to continue to take that in perpetuity. Alright, one more promotion away. And this is a good demonstration of why you want logistics ahead of range. The road seems wrong. Okay, don't much care about that, but I am curious where it wants to go next. The sheep. That'll be good come fertilizer. We also want to pick this and this up. And once this is picked up, good chance we grab that, but it's only 3 oil. Okay, we knew that was coming. So I'll just stay here for the moment. I'd really like to upgrade him, but once the golden age starts, we'll have a clearer picture of what our gold is up to. And I think we're upgrading to a cannon this turn as well, so yeah, Cocoa was real. So we'll go ahead and sell that off. I don't want to get into a situation where we're accidentally being prompted to sell our last copy, because on those times I've noticed if you... Whoa, did you see that? There must have been power lines in this jungle, because this whole area just went dark. Let's see here. Chop, chop. Okay. 6 hammers for Edinburgh, that's funny. Alright, we'll just take a peek up here. Lhasa, Byblos, I forgot to be checking the city-states, so luckily we didn't lose any time on that. And then we'll get in here. Truro, Berlin are both old cities, right? So we need to take a look at here. We have 2 archaeologists born probably this turn. That's probably the 2 old cities that I just mentioned. And we have 1, 2 more being built. So this is going to be a tough time. So 4 total, and it looks like 2 museums being built. One's ready in 7, one's ready in 5. Alright, so probably what we'll want to do is have one of these build an archaeologist and one a museum. Peel is a new city, so library's done, we'll get on the market. Truro has 30 hammers. Berlin has 35, so we'll build a museum in Truro and archaeologist in, not here. Aberystwyth built a granary, so we go on to factory, right? That's what I was talking about. We already got the bank here, so yeah, factory's next. An archaeologist done in Berlin, we'll go right into another archaeologist. There we go. That's kind of how I wanted to see it done. And the 2 archaeologists that were born will come here and here, I think. 4 turns. Okay, so maybe not there and there, but at least here. When's our next archaeologist coming out? 3 turns. 1 turn. Okay, so yeah, these 2, let's see. He can get here next turn, right? So we should do that. And where was the other archaeologist born? Here. Where's the next one coming out? Here. Okay. So he'll do this one. Yeah, we can go all the way to there. And then he can come over to this one. And then they'll be out of the way for the workers. Oh wait, no, we were talking about the next one born to come up here. Well, okay, so where's the next one born after that? 6 turns? 3 turns. That's better, right? Where's that at? Cardiff. Yeah, so in 3 turns he pops out. Comes over here. He's out of the way in time. Get started. Something like that. Alright, we have a war, don't we? So let's get this guy back into the mix. He's a double tapper. Bing, bing, bing. Hey, look at that. They're actually starting to show signs of damage now that... Are these our allies? Geneva, they are. So this Goliath is about to take some damage. We could help. Yeah, we could help because he's going to get his turn first. So let's help. He's zone of control. Well, unless he goes 1, 2. Okay. So, because this guy's really not doing anything to the city, so at least let's help that out. And we have 3 movement points left, so we can stop 1 here, get some more eyes, and then come back over here. He steps and upgrades. We'll move here next turn onto the hill, because he's more fragile, right? 14 and 20 versus 30 and 30, so yeah, he's fragile. We cannot go there, but we're coming here, so this is fine. Alright, and we gotta address this. So, pillage, wait. Ooh, he's green, okay. So we're gonna have to keep a closer eye on that. He's just gonna come back over here. This guy... this city already has plenty of other tiles to borrow, and if fertilizer's coming online, all these other tiles would be great. So I really want to get somebody over here, start preparing for that. We're down to, what, 5? I guess we have some time. It'll be 6 or 7 before a settler's out. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2. So that's 6 or 7 turns from now. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 7 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 8 or 9, and then 10, and 2 turns per road. So this guy could get started now while another worker comes over to help out. Nah, seems a little premature. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. In fact, we've got this guy here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 workers over here just chopping stuff down for the archaeologists. And it's unclear if we're going to be settling up cities here. So, yeah, there's going to be a big influx of workers, which means the workers we do have need to start settling downward. And that's worth noting because this guy's done. So what we could do is hop in the water, come down here, and then he can be the one to help or something. Yeah, we move faster in the water, and there's just rough trying to get back to the road. So, boom, boom, boom. Wait, wait. Dance. Dance, dance, dance. Alright, here's another worker that's out of stuff to do. 8. Limerick. He's just going to come down and do that. We got somebody for that. Penzance. 15. We'll pick up coal. That's good to know. Yeah, border growth doesn't even matter at this point. He can come along here, because like I said, it's a little premature. But we're going to want people over here. And if we want people over here, we have lots of workers that are just coming back from doing stuff. So, yeah. As far as where he should go, I guess we just have him come over this way. We have another worker coming down this way, and we have this one. So we probably don't need that. 2 of them, 1 gets started over here. Oil, and have 2 down there. So yeah, bringing 1 more over there probably makes sense. So the question is, do we have something he can do along the way? There's like a farm here and stuff. Let's see, this is 2 tiles away. We could actually just chop it down. So yeah, we'll come over here and we'll just chop that down or something. Okay. It would be nice to actually... I'll come over here just to protect what we have. I don't think it's going to matter, but... Cannon, okay. That's Rafael Delegato. Alright, this is going to grow next turn, so we wait. Alright, 1 more turn. Here we go. Alright, now we have a double tapper. May purchase with faith. So one of these should be 3 pop, right? This one. So we'll go ahead and put the pagoda there. And just a reminder, oh, okay, apparently it's a 500 prompt. Our gain is so much above 200. So I'm going to leave that prompt there since this is the last turn of the episode. I really don't want to forget that. Maestral Astronomy. That's the observatory tech. Alright, so we'll get started on here, and it'll put money on the ground as well, so that's pretty good. Our city connections are restored, so happiness is doing very well. Avarice with grows. 7 and 11. 7 and 12. What? We did not actually grow any faster? Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll grow in 7 this way, and more food for the next time, because we're about to populate this when it gets finished. So next citizen comes here to expedite that, and then to peel away, to go into the factory. Cardiff has grown. Okay. So, alright, this city's pretty much done. And unfortunately, fertilizer is only going to help on the cocoa, so Cardiff might just be done. Alrighty, here's our next golden age. We could have held him for the purpose of the fact that we got museums going up. And now that I think about it, that might have been worthwhile. Gold has been a problem for some time, though. Not really a problem, but we have been behind. So that's why I just jumped at the golden age. With the museums coming online, and especially since, you know, in that last we had 4 and 4 and we built 1 of each, we will have more slots than archaeologists for a short time. So holding on to that great artist might have made more sense. Luckily, it's just a drop in the bucket at this time. We're talking about planting more cities. We got archaeologists fanning out. If you'll recall, I was talking about probably having about 22 of those, so that's another 44 tourism, plus the faith-bought buildings. We have another 50% of this coming up. So that one being spent on a golden age instead probably was the right decision anyways, but I just wanted to point that out, that we could have just waited on that at this point. We'll come back to that. Quebec City desires ivory or wants Zanzibar blood. That's not going to happen. And unfortunately, Quebec City chose wrong. So Carthage and Mayans don't care. So we have cocoa from Harold and some horses. And he does not have money. That's why the cocoa's not popping up there. So we can take a look at her. We don't want to take his money. We want to let him keep his money so he can afford our cocoa. So we will sell the horses to her instead. So that's taken care of. We'll come check on our workers. Farm here. So Inverness will give up the good production tile. 15 and 6. 9 and 8. So that's pretty good. As soon as we get that workshop up, we'll probably pull from one of these 2 tiles here and then immediately grow right back into it. So there's that. Let's see, we got a couple chops. One's here, which is no immediate consequence to us. Same can be said here. In fact, it just occurred to me this would have been the better worker to come down here. But again, everybody's justified out in this area, and we want them coming down like over here and stuff. So even he could hop in the water to get on the road quicker. No, it wouldn't be on any quicker. But it will be for this guy. So let's go 1, 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. And land in Copenhagen next turn. So let's see. This guy. One of these guys is coming down here. So we could put up a mine here. We could chop this down. And this guy's finishing up here. So maybe he hops in the water and comes up here to do that. We can have him come up here to do this. Having somebody on a hill here is helpful anyways. We're done with the chop there. He can get back to over here. We've kind of delegated for over here already. We have somebody helping with Aberdeen yet. So maybe we have this guy go back to developing Truro, because even this farm will help Aberdeen. Okay, one of these can go down as far as chops. Nantes and Aberdeen. And Nantes is an older city. Just finished an archaeologist. And because of the last time we had a split decision, we did 1 and 1. I think that means we can go right back into archaeologist here. Probably. Cardiff, do you have a museum yet? Well, nobody does, so I don't even know why I'm asking that question. So maybe we're forced to go there next. But anyways, Aberdeen is finished with its granary, so let's definitely get into library. And here we go. So we can take a step and peek, because that's what we've been doing with this guy anyways. See if we can find that Galeas. We cannot. So let's see. Shoot, 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 shoot. Hey, look at that. It's yellow for now. Okay, we'll get this guy up over here. He's still taking damage, so pillage. He gets into the green when he pillages, for better or worse. So let's come over here, put in a shot, and back up. Okay, you're waiting. You're finally getting onto the hill. And let's see, this archaeologist was coming down here, and the new one comes over here. So archaeologist comes here. Says 3 turns, and 3 turns until the museum here. So what I'm going to have this guy do is construct, and then interrupt him. And then construct, interrupt him. Make sure this times out in a way that we're not forced to put a landmark there. You know what I mean? Alright, so this guy's just heading over here. Oh, look at that. He can start this turn. So these two are working together. What? Oh, city ruins. Okay. So we'll just say yes and then interrupt him. So these two we're going to be doing manually to make sure we actually have space. And then the next one is coming up 2 turns after that. And our next... Oh, this archaeologist is coming here right now. Settler. That's not good to see. Alright, so he comes here. Start, interrupt. This is unfortunate. Alright, so we have 3 in tandem, and we're going to have to make sure we favor this one because of what we were saying before about the borders. And we've already lost this one. Look at that. That sucks. Okay, well, at least that makes the planning part go a little easier. Okay, alright. So we have 2 workers up here, and we don't really have 2 workers worth of stuff. However, when the war resumes, we would want to have more workers over here. There's really not much we can do as far as preparatory stuff either. In fact, this guy's finished. So I'll tell you what he'll do, because all the tiles in our borders are developed, and the ones we're going to be getting are developed, is he'll come over here and start ripping up this road. These 3 tiles here were built by us and are extraneous because we maintain a city connection with these 2 tiles we built along with the road network she had already established. So that's what that worker will do. So that means now this worker is freed up, and Ren is already fully developed everywhere we care to. Forest grassland, forest plains. We could chop this down and put a farm up here. But then this guy could do that when he's done ripping up the roads as well. So we like come over here. Just have somebody in this area because we don't right now. Right? So, yeah. We'll come down here. There's road here, road there. We'll get across the river or something. He was just going to come here and chop down because we can. So, yeah. We'll come here to protect him. Hopefully they don't grow to here too. So we really need to finish that antiquity site up there. We're going to do a chop here. And we'll do a peak. Settler. That's in settling. Haha. Alright. So where is that settler going, I wonder? I don't know, but I think we might want him to come over here to potentially block. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll just have to remember that she's got a settler out. Because in the past we saw Germany was showing an interest over here-ish. And that's probably another reason to go settle over there, is to take away the opportunity for the AI to settle over there. We'll come up here. We can chop that up. Alright, he's gonna come here, right? Yep. Okay. Wait, I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, so we are past the half-hour mark, so I'm gonna end it here. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Please let me know what your thoughts are as far as everything I discussed as far as grand strategy and how things are being executed as we go. Please send your condolences to the loss of that one antiquity site. We'll get it back. It just won't be until we're at war, so it's going to take some time. I want to get some planes up and stuff. Please leave me a like and subscribe if you feel that I've earned it, and I will see you guys in the next part. Take care.